Hello everyone. Sorry for the lateness. I had some groceries I needed to pick up, and we were short-staffed today, so I ended up picking groceries until 6:14. So yeah, it was one of those days. Then I had to fix food. Got barbecue chicken going, so we are good. Just gotta wait for the food to get done. But I got someone looking out for it, so. Woohoo! Woohoo! I do love the red vest and the blue look. It looks really good. I like it. Though, I'm not sure if I should color the boots blue too. Maybe I should keep them black? I don't know. What I do know is I need to at least take care of this first. Then I will come back. It's the Viper story quest. I'm just going to skip over the cutscenes for that. I should probably do that. For keep's sake, the hard mode on that. Well, innocent stork. The heck, you're innocent. We are. The heck? Traveling back. Oh, I can't. I have to walk all the way back. We are on the cruise. We are. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh snap, you're an Endwalker now.
Yep. Well, I have been. But yeah, I'm an Endwalker. Endwalker, yes, I am an Endwalker, yes. I have been for a while, actually. I thought you remembered I did that poor taste joke of the elephant beast tribe. I'm gonna go up there. I'm going to that right.
I was not present for that stream.
Oh. Huh. Well, probably wasn't you then. Anyway, but weren't you here last night? The Garlemald city. The Empire has fallen. Oh, that's creepy. That's the capital of Garlemald. Oh, wow. Where's Aetherite? Where did Aetherite go? It's not there. Okay. Maybe it's underground. In that case, I guess I'm gonna have to just complete the main story quest. Or at least continue on with it. What's that? So this is what you gave the others. Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of a group staying in Lantern? I saw Legatus Virgil's troops heading towards the Magna Glaciers a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call it. And Virgilia and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glaciers? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Airships. There might be a way to... Celia? Where is everyone? Is something the matter? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Oh, I don't like her. She's creepy. Perhaps a baby Amasli has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Thought the soldiers looked to scare them off. Wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have even been known to attack people, too. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat the Gaius, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you have a mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. A small group of tappers living there, people whose jobs was to extract Krillium. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food. That's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we'd even have to pass our way all those creatures. To be willing to go in our place, we only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies. but there may be another way to pay the tappers. Best watch out for baby on masters while we're away. Yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. To reach the tapper's den, you'll have to cross the lake. It's ice thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's a lot easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. We finally get to figure out how to... I was about to say, those haystacks? Aether current. Who goes there? How did you find us? What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over at Victor's Spoils haven't given away our location, you never found us. Those stuck-up buttholes thought they could come waltzing in here demanding cerealium with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the bit's on the other foot now. Capital's gone to crap. So they resorted to sending in you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. If they think they can use intimidation, they got another thing coming. Whoa, hey! you are. Just after you left, Licinia asked me to go catch up with you, in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I've had a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. So this is Tapper's den. Well then, after you. Who are you? What happened to the guards? Indisposed. The Orsians and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald. That doesn't make any sense. Why in the world would you pass up this chance to put those Imperials up to the sword? Let me guess. Are you a Garlean? You're brought here from other lands? Garabania, Anxia, Roja, Damaska, a few. Some were dragged here against our will. Others fed bollocks about better life. I'll put to work extracting the ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of Arn. Placing us firmly in the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing to the new Garlemald, says we. About the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is Cerelia Indians. Still sustaining us, even with our paymasters at the picture. But we hear you're the experts at drawing ceruleum out of the bottom of the lake. But can you do that if it's frozen over? What would you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, if it's not ceruleum, if ceruleum is used for much these days, or with the city in ruins, we take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps stave the cold, it doesn't sort all about our hunger unless we trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent that we got ceruleum by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. I'll certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? If we manage to get back to our homelands, there'll be nothing left for us thanks to the Empire. And the knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside Garlemald. So we'll stay here for the time being. As long as there's a need for ceruleum, we'll have a way to get by. Even if Garlemald, as we know, is gone for good. Gone for good. Regardless of what the contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause for celebration, while others, their whole life has been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed by the Empire's name, perhaps it's for the best that the contingent it's consigned to history. What of the ordinary people? Their lives, their stories. Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. So you come seeking ceruleum, have you? What? Those purebloods up at Vickers spoil Sidshire. Turn their enemies to help. They must have been more desperate than I thought. Then again, the sinner's got a little sister to think about. Sister? We only saw the city and 3 men. Possible she died from whatever's ailing her. She needed treatment. I doubt there'd be any way to get around here. I may have refused the city at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange. I guess better than balls worth of ceruleum. Consider a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send my way, yeah? can't for the life of me think why the city would keep his sister a secret from us. Well, you can ask about that if we deliver this to Aurelium. Come on, let's hurry back. I love this movie. What the? They're gone. This isn't right, they're too quiet. I would have thought that Alphalum would be treating them by fire. They're nowhere to be seen. I look inside the house, you search outside. Can't have gone too far. Alfie! What happened? They asked me to help them carry supplies. When I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard. Forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse for me. Can't fool us. We know what you're about. Vultures. That's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, then you swoop. Here to help, or to roar. All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in, put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later. We got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that's still warm. It's true. The city was hiding a sick sister inside the house. But now, there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where'd they go? Wait for me and yours. And if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'll never give up my people. You're trying to help them, you idiot! The sister's ill! The empty bottles prove it. So's the medicine ran out, or she'd be left in her pockets. Or she'd put it in her pockets, make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you! You invade our homeland, tainted with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlemald should sooner die than to suffer the insult. Therefore we flee, keep their purity intact. They'll be corrupted by your vile magics. We are waiting for the chance to free them, since the moment you arrived. nowhere. Cannot say how the city and her sister will react when we find them. Find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries. And theirs. I'll join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here. Let's see where we'll start. Two sets of fresh footprints. Young woman, by judging by the size. Definitely them. Come on! To this way. Going down to the ice. Trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route as not to leave footprints. Can't think of any other reason. Look at this place, it's crawling with beasts! I can only imagine how hard it must be for alien sisters to cross the ice. We could really do without anyone's help. Can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Oh no. What the? The two bodies are already cold. Oh no.
blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
Yeah, they were. Oh.
No. Why? Why wouldn't they? Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have...
Alpha, don't blame yourself.
We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
Yeah.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
There must have been something we could have done, but what? Should we never have come here? Would they still be alive when we hadn't? We've already caused them enough harm here. Let's return to camp before we can cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do now is make our report to Lucia, and everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So, let us linger here no more. Come. Ali and Alistair and Alpha tell me they've finished the preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they're reluctant to provide details. When I asked for your account.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments, and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession. And in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the 3rd Legion's coffers, but the 1st as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the 1st Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire...
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glacier. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
Tower of Babel.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
Interesting.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans?
What?
Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
Who the heck are you?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Julius Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
Oh, shut up.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
Alright. Going with you.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause. But you will proceed with the utmost care.
Of course.
Couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
You'll be received as invited guests, so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Thancred, in particular, will be worried sick if you've been gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Are you and the children ready? I'll explain the route once we're outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it as an act of hostility. We will not hesitate in order to appropriate measures. Expect nothing less. We have full cooperation. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. Head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach London Station 4. Children in the lead, I want you where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm LSA, he's Alphaland, and last but not least, there's Terry. Wow, thank you. Terry? I've heard that before. No matter. Alphaland and LSA will watch the road ahead, while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter, run, towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. No. Yep. This is it. First stop, that is. Good. Looks like your friends do better than follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since perhaps you kept your side of the bargain, we can carry on. North of the station is Radio Dortorium, while the main residential area at least was. The affected roam the streets as it packs. Tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off, understood? From here, we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They were attacking your own countrymen. Spare their arm, but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I'll lead the way, but in any event we are unseen, we're to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab the guide in the back. I'll not take that chance. That said, let's proceed. Oh! Lightning storm! See why Comrades chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or temperate as we call them. The people should need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but that would eventually regain their sanity. That's so. Following out your treatment, simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They are beyond saving. Those who had differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Frost giant! Crap! Like when not being followed, just anyone would. Remember I said, these people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before, only out of a desire to remain undiscovered. and is a higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Yeah, I like Jules. The heck? That's new. Look at what they've become. Would you still stand there and claim that they could be cured? Those exposed to vast quantity of crime lethal may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. And you admit it. After you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before thinking of a cure. Almost there. Kept your side of the agreement, so I'll keep moving. This way. This is Titirium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. Now it serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I'll be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Before we do anything, oh. Do you talk? Oh, damn. The code's done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed. And if Julius is willing to make a perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass and no search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. It may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Oh, your voices. Well, you may be here as my guest, the others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander's in the locomotive over there. I'll be right back. Dinner's ready. I am back. Sorry about that. I swear I thought that said Spartacus.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
Those eyes.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived. I.
Okay, Quintus, can I just say, I love your outfit. It's very important. I love your outfit. Also, why does he look like, oh god, what's his name? The bad guy from, the Legend of Zelda games. Oh, what's his name? It's,
Homeboy, I have no feckin' clue why he looks like Ganon.
Thank you! Thank you! Oh, I knew it started with a G. But yeah, he totally looks like Ganon.
In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
I do love his outfit, though.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned.
Wait, what?
Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit.
Why do I have a feeling he's gonna be the new emperor?
If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference. To make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
I should also point out I've never played a Legend of Zelda game at all.
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you, if you cooperate.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment. But there is one condition.
Oh.
Collar them.
Beg your pardon?
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Okay, why are we helping these guys again?
Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Surprise.
Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
The heck?
Yo, that shit ass kinky.
What just happened? The heck just happened? The heck? You gotta be kidding me! Okay, that's not a good sign. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Apparently my PlayStation decided to turn off for some reason. So, yeah. Let me just sign back in. What the heck?
Nobody told it to turn off, what the heck?
I don't know what happened. Give me a second. Sorry. I'm just trying to... Everything's just shutting down lately. Like my computers, my... just... Sorry guys. Put a banana in your ear. Seriously. Great. 35 in Q. Huzzah. What the heck? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get another drink. Are you serious? Alright, well.
These are...
Very well.
Yes, sir.
Skip ahead a bit.
Lord Quinton...
The fuck?
We lost that. In a manner much to your like.
We have no intent.
Driven from our ancestral homeland. It was only with conquest.
Okay, and maybe
I do
able
not
to get
deny
to
that a
the
great many conflicts throughout.
tower.
Nor have we come to petition. We wished.
Perhaps. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, if we... And after...
We won't stand idly by. What I'm trying to say is... Believe...
So... Can...
Answer me this. Yeah. If a world without... Is it because that we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish it? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on... That is why we... It seems there is nothing more to say. You will...
Back to where we were.
We will not...
As you... call...
What are these?
Incentive. Stop. The champion. Even if he...
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
The coldest, blackest of nights. Meager though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire. Because even the most bitter adversary must one day see reason.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
His expression just like, what? Level 84! Woo! Alright, where am I? Persona non grade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missions. Maybe? I don't know. As per Lord Quintus's instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in the Tarentum. Before you ask, no, I do not have a key, nor any other means to remove your collars. Or what I wish to tell you if I did. If you try anything, you soon wish you hadn't. So if you truly do wish to speak to the others, was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Or perhaps if you doubt my wisdom of this decision. Do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind and you're doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shot collars will be released in your ways, understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation. Above all else, don't use magic of any sort. You, on the other hand, may go wherever you wish, even outside the camp, and I'll full well you couldn't stop you if I tried. But don't forget, if you do anything to endanger us on our interests, Alpha and Alice will pay the price. Alright. So cold. It's you! Terry Owland! I served under Lord Gaius in the 12th, 14th Legion. I was there on the night of the Praetorian fell. And you adventurers. You killed them. My comrades, my friends. Swept them aside in dozens, so they were nothing to you. Maybe I am too. Just another faceless enemy to cut down. It won't be long until our countrymen return. Until you get what you deserve, mark my words. Came with jealous, did you? Or whatever business brought you here, best keep your hands off that aetheryte. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess with it. Others throughout the city, built by Garleans, for Garleans. I could teleport all over the blink with an eye, just provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use aetherite's power to keep this place lit. It comes of normal function. I know who you are, so-called champion of the Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? Wipe the smirk off your face. By the blood of a fallen patriot, I swear. Ugh. Blast. Toward the stretchers. All the times. The worst lot was striking at distance, can't even muster strength. With the third bleeding us, who'd interview. Virgilia's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus's life. We made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended the wounded, we prepared to strike back, and then night fell. We gathered around the radio, and the roar, terrible roar. The capital was in chaos. We was bad. Call this a mercy, mind you. Mind intact, body broken, soldier name alone. Cut you down if I could, murderer. Radio the same mile as Victor spoils. Did you learn anything of note? I think your fighting's inconsistent with my own. Plies are desperate indeed. Sick and injured at the greatest risk. Without warmth and possible nutrition, they'll soon perish. Realize the precious lilies for us to present, but I cannot bear for them to suffer. Please, will you let me tend to them? Who's there? My eyes, they can't see all that well. Ah, thank you. Numbness has subsided a little. Why now? Well, it lasts much longer. I should look to the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. Me going 100 means someone else lives. See another day. So be it. At least I can serve that way. So those who met fare no better. I was afraid to say that. I know we warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't just leave them like this. Perhaps we gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies. Quintus may have feelings of the matter quite clear, but maybe he can recognize them now that they were not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius can persuade them? Then we need to persuade Julius first. Well, see enough. Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? In scavenging positions from nearby houses, most of the families kept, rather. Some stored away, some even went snowed in. Still, going out and getting is dangerous work. Got a lot of months to feed. Fuel's great is concerned, though. We had some cerealium set aside. It was stolen. Haven't identified the culprit. Maybe another refugees. Well, they afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to our last dregs. Bad the heat we need. One health and get less for better. It's really we need our contingent secured, ready supply. We can have some sent over. I'll accept your charity. If we can hold a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Everything will change. Some mysterious countryman of yours, I assume? Had something over have you. From what I've seen, there's little you can do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of the scouts spotted a hidden man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in that person's words, loyal servants of the Temporary. Then, made his way inside the Imperial Palace, in Stanton's place. When I identified the seat of the man and his power, I realized Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th, saying as much, and instructed them to join forces with the Provincial Legions to prepare for a combined assault to the Temporary. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim our capital by our own hand. How do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish before reinforcements will be gone. I need help now. Say the word and we'll bring you surrender. I will speak with Lord Quintus. So, do you agree to it? No, you will not place Garlemald in the debt of our enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search Cerulean outside. As you're under my watch, you'll come with me. Very well. After all, my hands make light work. A lot more trouble than you're worth. Once we're outside, you'll follow my instructions to the letter. We'll depart shortly. Okay, I'll search for Cerulean in the Rego in that place. First location is Forum Solus, park to the northwest of the station. You are to remain close at all times and act as only as ordered. Follow me. Hey! Aether Current! So, this is the park. I'm surprised I found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. Houses were later built around them. Healthy society requires communal spaces for the children to play and adults to socialize. The park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Galvus. To become to extract the ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech armor. And we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the market in the vicinity. But our ceruleum has been stolen. Must scour the city every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time. In case something's been overlooked. Let's see. With your permission, we will commence the search. Huh. Contraptions built for the Stalin Imperial War Market now armed with the battery weapons capable of transforming into different contingents. But upon closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Though rather small by Garlemald standards, this structure reminiscent of the merchant stall. Perhaps is built to play shopkeeper. Nothing resides simply in Magitech or other devices that would be fueled by ceruleum. Several points of interest are marked on the map of Form Source. The pond, children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none will require the use of ceruleum. Hi. Oh, it's you. Hey, look. No sign of Cerulean. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. Couldn't help but noticing you gaze at that pond. Something the matter? What? Yes. I mean, no, I used to bring my brother and my sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so like all other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. We'll stay there if it didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet when it all was said and done. Every time. And every time when we get home, Mother would scold us saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated. Was Cerulean Power heated by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing the engineers changing out a tank beneath the hatch. That was a long time ago. The water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. Can't see a thing. Can't remember where the hatch might be. The machinery lost. Most likely broken. The amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. Wager it's still unbearably cold though. Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Garlean would jump out of their skin if they saw it. But the first has a few foreign sovereignty on Medicaid, so it doesn't scare me. I take it if you don't mind if I empower employ a little now. Alphalin, as you have the knack for finding dry wood, would you bring me some? Once that done, blast the thing for the flash do the trick. Leave it to me. Not planning on coming in there, are you? Of course I am! Tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed cerulean from a frozen lake, like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in the park. And we have a way of warming ourselves after. But that's insane! So, concede it. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way we'll find it in no time. The last thing we need is you catching a cold. That could sound like a me. You could dive in and help me look. Quicker we'll find this cerulean, sooner we'll be out there. Nope. Nope. Yes! Open the hatch and receive a tank. Oi! However, your grand discovery comes at a great personal cost since you become accurately aware of freezing cold and rancor odor emanating from your ilm of your body. Julius would no doubt feel compelled to pinch his nose shut while you deliver him your prize. Did you find anything? I hope you did. That's it! There's still some ceruleum left! The fire's not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alpha a hand. Call me London because fire, I am reborn. My clothes are most definitely dry now. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd take time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you were treated in Lord Quentin's eyes, we're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he'd be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well as in well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? Did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded an estate. Did well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine. So much more. During the coldest winters, we found warmth and comfort at home. Comforting in the snow, take off your coat, sit down for a hot meal with family, visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights on out the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and songs of happiness. And although the summers came and went, all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt, the forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Grey clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings, climbed to the top of the tallest buildings we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. These rooftops are rubble. His friends are dead. Those memories. But if I were to claim even a fraction of what we once had, soon our chance will come. Just need to hold out a little longer. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's still another location I'd like to search just outside the park. As you can see, this place is littered with the remains of various types of war machina. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. Decided to save this for another time. That time being now. Rather than prise them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker just to remove the outer cases and compact explosives. With luck, we can gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by shrapnel. Before even bothering, though, you should check the machina's ceruleum gouge to see if there's any left. Should provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gouge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use the explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Understood. Let's get to work. Tank is empty. Yeah. I want to check to see if there's any full ones. At least first, then I'll check the broken ones. The tank is empty. Ah, dang it. Completely empty. Half full or half empty. Yeah. Again, truly luck is on your side. This one should be able to refute quite a bit of fajitas. Time to head back. I'm here to go and see how fun Alice say it. Sorry about that.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you had been led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news. but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. And for savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
From the tower.
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eulus spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alize are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Do as he says.
Get them out of here.
No, seem fine. Fine, they do not resist. You will accompany me back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Milquintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming you are considered supplies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to the Legionnaires, Merciless, and Octavia, who pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the Illy, for further details. In those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. You again. Ask the Illy, he said. So that's be the way of it after all this. Ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. Those are my orders, and so be it. Glory of Garlemald. What do you want with me? I seal. Certainly, Lord Quintus reached a decision. I knew he would understand. That he would recognize the savages as a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat them we must too be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varus, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. That does not sound good. That does not sound good at all. Have you done as instructed? The duties involve more than just transportation of supplies, don't they? Duty is rarely a simple thing. We have been given additional orders, though whether we are required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. If you're not, we have to cooperate. There's one other matter. a satellite to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
It's no use.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
It's so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. united as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections, a cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics. To see people as individuals, with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward. To find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
I'll be there for you.
Thank you, Alize.
Aww. Twin bonding. I love it. Oh, crap.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Oh, crap. Don't.
Ambush!
Fools!
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return! Stop, both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
No. No. Don't you dare.
We have to reach the station before it's too late.
Okay, they didn't show anything.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Too late. Too late. Dang it! Much more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Well, that's going to be a bit difficult. Let's see. Tell me what you know of the First Legion and disposition of the forces. Preparing for war while the refugees' care will be left people hungry. Reckless, short-sighted plan and the risks and welfare of the people are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. We are to arrive in force with the intent to do so. We would only incite panic. Perhaps they can persuade one follow their own. Well, so much for him being the new emperor. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphanon, Alice, and the scouts sent to extract them should be already at the station. I already have our other comrades there to lend support should it be needed. Understood. automated death machine? All their machina is running around rampant. Terry. And Jules. We arrived just before you did. And too late. Too late for what? What's happened? Slow Quintus took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. He was alone. No, he wouldn't. Baker and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free. Free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I have just this moment spoken with the city. Ready to commence transfer of refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Some to stand and speak crap. We just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If anyone would prefer to stay, we have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see you reach our camp safely. Aye. we could reclaim it. Rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to provinces. There's a chance if I see them again, I'll take it. So take me. Take me with you, please. Well, got the Aetherites sorted in the end. All took was a few adjustments, and now it works well as it ever did. From what I can tell you, the one in Linton is also functioning as normal. That's what you lot are saying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing and leaving the space, I reckon there'll be more for us than me and my skill over there at the camp. It's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others you're not from around here. Though you're one of us, nothing makes much of a difference now. Pure bloods, migrants, savages. After a while, the words start to lose meaning. To all you're left with is anger, fear, and hate, and I'm too tired. You and yours come to offer aid, I'll be glad to accept. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, or we'd hoped to talk about the Quintus. But all that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? 12. 12. And I should go first to secure a route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures in temper skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain. Courtesy of our Damascus friends. I'd save it for tempered, though. Mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet there at your camp. I'm gonna try and make it to the dungeon. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but... threats. Getting close, like. After this one's one more mission, then it's the. honestly, probably best if I don't. Because it's going to take a while. It's going to be way over my 3-hour mark for me. I can't be over my 3-hour mark today. I'm sorry, guys. But we are going to at least complete this. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down with much of a fight. Temper proved somewhat troublesome, but those change should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm going to gather a few supplies to return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind appraising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays. I'll save that for later. First things first, and all that. Well, no, there's no point. I'll need the chest piece. And the hat. Ah! Terry. I was informed of Quintus's passing. It must have come of great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I wouldn't hear the first-hand account. That some may do not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. Troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They'll be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees, preferably notwithstanding. After all, even if I was wanting to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. But tell our allies that the soldiers were acting under the direct orders of our legatus, and following his death, they offered full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal, and his men punished with him. Perhaps by ending things, he hoped to absolve them of any culpability, or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man, or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. I assume you're curious about matters of progress here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from the Tapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much needed warmth. Furthermore, I've prepared sufficient food for everyone. There's Tatium. Those from Tatium should find hot meals waiting for their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of building a lot or two without your assistance. Wow. Anyway, why don't you seek out Istola? Being recently attended to the wounded, but she meant to be taking rest herself. See that she is. I must see to my wife. But first, I must get better gear and stuff. At least the chest piece. Remove that. Possibly. Maybe. Yeah. Now I must go to Jukladanya. This is closest to a end. Everyone's in Gladania. Should I make the Bluetooth? I really don't know. Yeah, save. Upload. Perfect. This will be my new outfit from now on. Alright. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Stay tuned for announcements, please. Thank you all so much for joining me. I deeply appreciate every single one of you. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you liked this video, you want to see more content, please feel free to hit that follow button. Make sure your notification bell is on. That being said, my normal stream days are Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. US Central Time, guys. Please don't forget. I have a YouTube account, it is under the same name. Please check it out. I archive all my videos at the end of every week. So if you see anything that you like that I have not completed and would like me to, let me know and I will work on that. I also do have a Discord. Please feel free to join that as well. We can have people active in it. I mean active. I will consider doing a community night with you guys. A legit one instead of just a, collab thing with Abake or whoever I have available on Wednesdays. That being said, unless I am being told otherwise, as far as I know, we are still going to be on for Sea of Thieves tomorrow. So we should be good. We should be good, and hopefully we won't have that same issue we had with the PlayStation. I have no idea what happened. Yeah. And of course, on Monday is going to be D&D night with the Odyssey of Telos. I am really looking forward to that. I'm really excited. And I know my friends are as well. So, let's see if the raid buttons worked. Because last night, for some reason, I couldn't raid anyone. So, let's see if it works now. Pixel Kitten is playing Zenless Zone Zero. Wow, try saying that 5 times fast. Yeah, for no other reason than the fact that I saw her first. Let's start the raid. There we go. Now it works. Okay. Once again, I want to thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Same old time, same old channel. So long. Thanks for the fish. Good night. Whoop.